Vibras? Cause we know the Vibras.
Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. I'm the one and only Juan the Don, and as always, I'm accompanied by Michael Carrasco.
What up?
Before we get started with today's episode, the comment of the week. This is the thing that we're doing for those that are commenting on our videos, and a comment that we feel like stands out to us. With the comment, you get a chance to be mentioned on the podcast and get a nice little shout out from You Know the Vibras. The comment comes from Kelvin Kelly. Shout out to Kelvin, loyal follower of You Know the Vibras, a good friend of ours, a childhood friend. And the comment says, not gonna lie, this is my favorite episode, which is crazy because I spent all weekend and this week wondering why you guys don't talk about these type of topics. So Kelvin was referring to our previous episode 25, where we were talking about ways to find your true self. We went back to vintage, You Know the Vibras, and wanted to go back into like our motivational talks. And to answer your question, Kelvin, to answer your question, the reason we haven't really touched much on those type of conversations, I don't know, man. Like, as you may see, go look at the numbers, you guys, if you want to look at them. Some people don't accept them as much. And me and Michael were talking about this the other day. I mean, yes, we state good points and state good motivational, knowledgeable things, but we have to understand that people are not going to want to take advice or want any motivation from people who aren't established, like as like a big figure, you know what I mean? Or someone that has like a big, like, like just a lot of success, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people are like, why would I want to listen to what you have to say if you don't have anything to prove that what you're saying is right? Which I understand, but it is a good quality conversation that we do touch on good points that we felt as if everyone could relate to. But I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. It's like, yeah, we are in good points of our lives, but depending on what we talk, we wanted to talk about. There's specific topics that we want to talk about, but it's like, okay, what do we have to show for it that we are actually doing those things? So that's why we've been kind of holding off on some of those topics. But when the time is right, they will come. And
Agree,
the other thing is we are focusing a little more on making relatable contents and things that I would say people will show that they care to see from us. Not saying that people don't care about those topics.
No, for sure. No, I mean they do, but I just feel like, that's our roots. People did like it in the beginning, but I feel like now it's just like, I don't know. Until we have proven success, I feel like people are not going to want to take, motivation from us. It sounds a little ruthless, but it is what it is.
I feel like what you're trying to say is that, at least from me, the way I see it is we want to make it where it relates to us, right? If we're going to talk about something, especially when it comes to the more motivational talk, we're going to make sure that it's something that relates to the position that we're on right now.
Right. No, for sure. Facts. Well, moving on from that, that's the comment of the week. Make sure you guys comment something on today's episode. If you want to do it after the episode, clearly after you hear what we talk about, that would be probably the best time to do it, or throughout the episode, however you guys feel. Well, before we get into the episode, anything new on your end? Anything you want to share with the You Know the Vibras family?
Oh man, I just been stressing a little bit this whole week. I'm getting ready to go on a trip back home. Want to see the family and going to one of my good friends' wedding. Super excited. Yeah, man, it's just been stressing. That pre-travel stresses where you gotta make sure you got everything right. You gotta make sure you find all the documents that you need. And packing. And I feel like for me, it's like, I don't know what to pack, because out here in Texas right now it's not super hot, but it's not super cold. So I can still wear shorts and be comfortable. But I'm going back home where it's a little cold, and I've been looking at the weather, so it's a little weird. Like I keep saying, oh, I'm gonna bring this. Then I look at the weather again. Then it says it's gonna be 60 degrees, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what to pack, and I don't want to overpack.
Damn. Now I feel like I overpack for sure. I feel like I'm one of those people that are guilty of overpacking. And it's just because I feel like I have to have a shoe that matches with everything that I'm taking, or multiple shoes.
Right.
Like when I went to the Dominican Republic, I mentioned that I took like one color of each shoe. You know what I'm saying? Just because, but I only used Air Force One, the plain white Air Force Ones. And I took all these shoes and I didn't even wear any of them. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah.
Now I feel that what I'm planning on doing is probably I'm going to limit myself to probably like 3 pair of shoes, definitely like a sneaker. Definitely got to bring the Crocs, and then probably like a casual shoes that I can wear, when we go out or something, or if we're going to.
A way to finesse it, yeah. A way to finesse it is technically you could take an additional pair of shoes,
right?
Which you can count, which technically you don't count in the bag because you're wearing them on your feet there.
Yes,
wishful thinking.
That's what I did when I went to Canada. I will put, because I was traveling with a carry-on, I put 3 pair of shoes in the carry-on, 3 pair of shoes in the backpack. No, 1 pair of shoes in my backpack, and then 3 pair of shoes in the suitcase. So I was like, when we went to Canada, man, I probably brought like 8 pairs of shoes, which is crazy. I only used literally, bro. I only used probably like 3 pairs. So this time around, I'm just gonna, I would say like at least have like 2 or 3 outfits that will match each pair of shoes. I feel like that's more convenient.
Nah, that's smooth.
Yeah, man.
But other than that, anything else?
No? Nah, man. That was pretty much me, man. Just getting ready for the trip, and just making sure I finish packing. How about for you, man? How was your week? Was anything new from you?
Everything has been, pretty much the same. The typical routine. Outside of one event that I watched that pissed me off, which I will talk about later in today's episode. I don't want to mention it too early. Yeah, I gotta pick a bone with some group of a sports team. Let's just say that. Anyways,
that messed up your parlay, huh?
No. You'll see. But yeah, I've been going through the same thing, going to the gym, washing my car, the full 9 yards. But nothing different, man. Nothing different. I would say, just spending quality time with friends and family. That's it. But moving on with the episode. Any quote of the day from you?
Yes, sir, I do. The quote today comes from Zig Ziglar, who was an American author, salesman, and motivational.
Not a real name?
Yeah, bro. I said the same thing. I was like, Zig Ziglar? But yeah, it's a real name. It's a real name. And this quote, I would say, it's on somewhat on the deep end. But the quote says, integrity gives you real freedom, because you have nothing to fear since you have nothing to hide. Simple as that. What the quote is saying, lead your life with integrity, be honest, be truthful. Because at the end of the day, when you don't have nothing to hide, it's a lot of freedom that you have, because you don't have to worry about people, finding out things or anything like that.
Facts. Nah, I think integrity is something that is very important. It's a huge thing that we all have within. We just when we demonstrate it, that's when it shows. Like, it really shows when you have full integrity and you have like a lot of it. Like when you are doing something, like if you do it with all your integrity and you do it with dedication and hard work, people see it. Like it's just something that it shows it's for itself. You know what I mean? It's not something you can physically see, but it shows for itself.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's just something that's part of. Yeah, it's just something that, like I said, is you can't physically see it, but deep down, other people know when you're doing something when you're full of integrity, and when you actually care about what you're doing.
No, yeah, I agree 100%. And integrity is something that you can see when somebody is leading their life with integrity is the way they carry themselves, their actions. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. For you guys, go ahead and lead your life with integrity. I promise you, life is going to be a lot easier.
So really quick, basically integrity is in short terms is honesty. It's the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. So basically that's what it is. Like when people be like, oh, he's known to be a man of integrity, like someone that's like serious about what they're doing and truthful and honest about what they do.
Right.
Like I said, it's something that you can't physically see, but you know. It's just something you know based off what you see. But continuing. So what I was talking about earlier, I have a bone to pick with the people, well, the World Baseball Classic team from this country right here.
Yeah.
The Dominican World Baseball Classic team. Wow.
Big letdown, man.
You guys let us down. Man. Wow. Man, a team that had so much hype behind them. A team that was one of the clear favorites, front runners. I mean, obviously, the team wasn't the same after a lot of MLB teams prevented some players from going, like from the likes of Vladdy, Guerrero Jr., Starling Marte, Framber Valdez, a lot of guys, or Fernando Tatis for suspension. So
right,
it wasn't the full team, but still the team was full of stars.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes,
that you know, in any given day could blow out any team. But
that is true.
This team let us down tremendously. There was a couple players that stood out, I would say, when we have to give them their roses and their flowers, whatever you call it, the saying. Juan Soto did his thing. Have to give credit where it's due. Also, Manny Machado did his thing.
As always, yeah.
I think they were the only two that
facts, man, facts.
Damn. Yeah, it was bad, man. Julio Rodriguez led the country down. Struck out numerous amount of times. Continuous errors in the outfield. Jeremy Pena, the World Series MVP, didn't do what he is known for doing, which is being an all-around player, getting good contact and everything. Which something I've seen after the World Baseball Classic. Why the hell does Jeremy Pena? How do you have the nerve to go and hit 2 home runs in a spring training game, but in the World Baseball Classic
you're striking out.
You don't do anything. You're striking out and not getting any hits. Like, come on, bro. And he couldn't turn a double play to save his life, bro. Yo, Jeremy Pena, you cancel, bro. Real life, you cancel, bro. You cancel. 2 home runs, bro.
Like that,
my God, dog. How you hit 2 home runs a day after? But this whole week of World Baseball Classic, you haven't done anything. Uno peito,
man.
You feel me? So that was embarrassing. And a lot of guys, but you can't really. Okay, the players, like we always say, control what you can control. The players could only, you have off days and you have good days, whatever. I understand.
Right.
Now, I feel like the biggest problem from Dominican Republic's World Baseball Classic team was. Well, one of the few problems. First thing is you didn't see that energy and that love and what describes Dominicans playing baseball. Like you didn't see that that hunger and the chispa. Like you didn't see any of that like fire from the team. Like they just seemed off. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't see it. Like when they won it in 2013, you seen it. Like, all the platanos in the dugouts, the music, everybody was just, it was great. But I think it was hype about it. I think in a big part of that, probably was there was good veterans that, held the younger guys accountable. Also a phenomenal manager and Tony Pena. On the other hand, this year, this team had, I'd say, by far the worst manager I've seen in baseball. Ronnie Linares, you're canceled from Dominican Republic, bro, for real. This man, bro, how is it that you see people strike out constantly, and you don't pull them from the game? How is it that you see a team or an umpire continuously calling bad pitches, strikes, and you don't go out of the dugout not once to go question the umpire and do what you're supposed to do? Go question them for your team. You're the only one that can do it. Go put pressure on the umpire so it doesn't continue to happen. You know how much more respect people would have had for Ronnie Linares,
right,
if he would have got thrown out for fighting a bad strike call?
Mm-hmm.
No, but he just want to sit there, chew on his gum, you know what I'm saying, and just look at the game. He didn't do anything that impressed me. He there's a reason he's a third base coach in the MLB.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's never got a chance to be a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie Linares, you trash. I don't care if you see this. You're trash. You're trash. You're garbage.
Well, there's
horrible.
No free baseball tickets for you.
I don't give a fuck, man. Ronnie Linares, bro, I don't care, bro. He's horrible, bro. He's by far the worst manager I've seen in my life, bro. Like, for real, bro.
I was going to touch up on that because the lineup, man, like we had a lineup a couple games before that where we like a phenomenal lineup, batting lineup. Why would you change that for the next game? If you see this lineup is working, this is, you're putting people where they, are hitting the best.
Yeah.
And the best situation, why would you change that? That was my main thing.
It's not even that, bro. It's not even that, bro. It's like, bro, you got people like Rafael Devers and Julio Rodriguez that are continuously striking out, haven't done anything the whole World Baseball Classic, and you're still starting them high in the lineup.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, that's the problem.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, that's the problem. Like, you got a guy like Willie Adames that was doing great, and you sit him. You know what I'm saying? And you got other guys that were doing great. Gene Segura was doing great, and you sit him. You never give him the chance. Like, this guy, bro, he's one of those guys that you could tell are afraid of players, and players are not afraid of him. It's like the other way around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I blame the reason Dominican Republic didn't advance to the semifinals or the potential final is because of Ronnie Linares, bro. You are the reason, and hopefully Dominican Republic never puts you as a manager ever again, or doesn't even put you on the staff ever again, respectfully and disrespectfully, however you want to take it. Anyways, and then how do you lose to Venezuela? First of all, you get blown out by Venezuela. I mean, okay, Venezuela's doing good, but Venezuela just lost to USA in a crazy fashion. Trey Turner hit a grand slam, came back and knocked out Venezuela. And then you lose to Puerto Rico, bro. Puerto Rico hasn't been doing anything the whole World Baseball Classic. And then they come, which basically playing against Dominican Republic is their championship game. A lot of people called this a Super Bowl of Latin America, whatever.
Facts.
And then Dominican Republic goes out there and gets Puerto Rico puts 5 runs on your head in one inning, and y'all couldn't even put up that in the whole game. Like it's just things, bro. And hearing people chirp, like these games get really competitive, and I understand it. But like the players just didn't represent the country, and the manager was another big reason why I feel like Dominican didn't have much success. But continuing on to the what's expecting to happen here in the next few days with the World Baseball Classic, there's a couple more rounds left. Well, we're in the quarterfinals, right? There's the semifinals or quarterfinals. There's what's before the finals? Semifinals,
right? Yep.
All right, so you have Mexico versus Japan, and you have Cuba versus USA. Let's do our infamous predictions. But I don't think when do they play? Do they play tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. I think.
When do they play?
But
let's see here. We gotta see because this is if it will even be worth it to make a prediction, because it's like, damn, then it's out of the thing.
Hey.
All right, so they play March 19th. Yeah, they actually play today.
Tomorrow.
Damn, never mind.
Today.
Not tonight. Tonight, yeah. All right, whatever. Anyways, let's still do it. I think USA beats Cuba and Japan beats Mexico. And I think it's going to be Mexico or Japan versus USA, and Japan is going to crush them. I've said from day one, Japan was my favorites, even though I'm a Dominican. You know what I'm saying? I always said Japan is going to take it. Japan just has so much continuity. They're a team that has played together throughout the whole year, and yeah, it is. I feel like they just are a complete team. They have a young guy, bro. He's 21, throwing 102 as a starter. Come on now, bro. Then they have Otani. Like, bro, they just, bro, they're different. They're different. But Mexico has been doing good. Arozorena, Randy Arozorena, you know, he's Cuban, Mexican, but more Cuban. And he's been getting bashed for, for representing Mexico. But
I saw that.
He's been carrying them. He's been carrying them. What about you, man? What do you think? What's your predictions?
Oh man, so I feel like I have a lot of pressure because I'm 2 for 2 right now. 2 for 2. Hit that FIFA prediction, hit the Super Bowl prediction. Well, kind of, because I was wrong on the score. But for this one, Japan is definitely. I'm gonna put them in the finals. Now you said Mexico will lose to USA. I'll say
no. It's Japan and Mexico.
Oh, Japan and Mexico.
USA and Cuba.
USA and Cuba. Okay.
And USA and Cuba.
Okay. So I got Japan and Cuba. Those are the 2 finals. And
what?
Yeah, bro.
You got Cuba beat them USA?
Yeah, bro. It's possible. It's possible.
Shoot.
So that's how I have it. But Japan is going to win it all. That's my prediction. Their pitching staff is phenomenal. And like you said, that team chemistry, everybody's working together to achieve the goal of winning it all.
Yeah, and they have 2 championships, not to mention. And Japan is just that monster house. Like, what's it called? Like the powerhouse.
The powerhouse, yeah.
Even in Little League, you know what I'm saying?
That's
they
true.
win every year. Like,
that's true. Everybody sleeps on Japan, though. Everybody sleeps on them, but they are like a lot of great baseball players come from Japan, and they always play hard, you know, and they play, you know, to win. Then they're not there for the paycheck. Well, right, kind of, but
yeah, that's our predictions and my rant on World Baseball Classic. But yeah, continuing on to the next part of the episode, if you have,
So we're gonna keep it on sports,
unless you have a rant as well.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't really watch like a lot of it. I mainly, you know, just watched the highlights and kept up with the score. That's for me, but yeah. You hit it.
I'm sorry,
guys. You hit everything that I wanted to say, though.
I've just been sour, man. That messed up my whole. Wow.
I do want to ask you, that it messed up your parlay?
I didn't bet. I didn't bet. Right. You know, I haven't bet in a while. You know,
but let us know if the Dominican Republic losing messed up you guys' parlay, and because we've been seeing it happen. A lot of these teams messing everybody's parlays, but. Yeah, let's continue. We're going to keep it in sports. You know, I feel like we haven't touched on this as much, but the whole situation with Ja Morant, man, he's suspended for 8 weeks after flashing
8 games.
So suspended for 8 games after flashing a gun on live, right? At a strip club. And he's been taking a lot of hit for it. We saw an interview recently where he said the gun wasn't his, and he doesn't condone any type of violence. Yeah, so I feel
that was a little gun, by the way.
It was probably, I think it was like a Glock 26, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it looked like a little water gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the smaller guns. It's like a boot gun, what they call them out here in Texas. But yeah, the whole situation.
We lost them, guys.
I would say the whole situation. It's interesting, right? He's the first, I would say, not the first like NBA player to get in trouble, but it's the first time we see like.
Discipline.
I would say like, something of this caliber. You know, we can go a lot of ways. I feel like one he's in a position, at such a young age, he's only 23, where he's recognized by a lot of people, and he's a great player, successful, almost won the championship, but he was close. What I forgot where they lost. But he's a, let's put it this way, he's a great player.
He's a young rising star in the NBA.
In the NBA, yeah.
Came from a small school from Murray State, very small Division I school. Had the odds against him early on in his career, coming from such a small school and being a top pick. But he's just been a good rising star with phenomenal dunks. Being able to manage games as an all around player. Having respect throughout the league, and he's been growing as a player and being a huge fan favorite,
right?
Due to being a highlight reel, and this has been something that has impacted many his team since now they have 8 games without him. You know what I'm saying, and also it has affected the organization since they have to deal with. The constant pressure from news and seeing how they would discipline him, if they're going to keep him, the whole 9 yards due to him. First of all, he rented out the strip club. I think he gave $50,000,
something like that,
or something. So the strip club manager was like speaking highly of John Morant because of this. And there's leaked videos and pictures of him and the young lady by themselves with ton of money on the floor. And then later on, the video of him flashing a gun came out, which then proceeded to Adam Silver, eventually the NBA commissioner, later talked about the whole situation and then disciplined him with 8-game suspension. But I don't know. I think he will. I hate to be that person, but I do think he will bounce back from this. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to affect him in his game. He's young, he's having fun, and that's basically what it is. I feel like eventually he's going to mature from this. It's something that is understandable in a way because the day and age of social media now. But then again, he has to understand he's a professional NBA player. He's, he's being looked at by many young kids. People model their games after him coming up. And he has to understand he's a role model now. He's only 23 years of age, but he's a role model. And what he's doing, kids are going to see and kids are eventually going to want to mimic.
Yeah.
So he has to be, smart about what he's doing and consider those, that are watching him as well. So
100%.
Considering it was in the season as well, you know what I mean? Not in the off season.
I feel like it would be different if it was like during the off season, but he's right now is mid season, and it could potentially messed up a lot of things and
with sponsors and everything.
Exactly. And speaking of sponsors, Annalise Shapa actually lost a commercial that. For Powerade, I believe him and John Morant were supposed to be in it, but Powerade pretty much stripped the whole thing and said no more due to the whole situation. So it's not, the whole situation is not just as affecting him, but it's also affecting other people apart from the team.
Ja Rule, he mentioned recently, he spoke on the whole situation. He said that John Morant's actions are influenced from hip hop, basically because hip hop, this is all you hear about,
right?
Strip clubs and everything or whatever. And not to mention, supposedly or allegedly, John Morant comes from like the suburbs and he's like a good kid. He came up, in a good family, both parents, good kid or whatever. So people are saying this is like a persona that he's doing, that he's having, and this is not truly him. So I don't know. There's always two sides to everything, but I did see that supposedly, this is crazy. I seen something the other day where the Grizzlies now, like normally they'd stay overnight at like whatever, when they had road games, they stay overnight.
Right.
Stay there. For instance, they went to Miami, they stay overnight and travel the next day. But now,
they're changing the rules.
They're leaving the same. They're leaving this. No, they're leaving the same day after the game. After the game, they get on the plane and going back to Memphis. and this or whatever to the other city. And so basically, John Morant has not only affected himself but affected his teammates as well. Because now they have to deal with not being able to rest properly and not being able to go out and explore cities and having to go back immediately due to his actions. So that's something else that we should look at. But yeah, I think it's something that's very sensitive. He's young. Like I said, 23. I'm 23. So I kind of understand them in a way, but I don't understand the gun, but I understand them having fun.
Right. Yeah. That was like the main thing. It's like, it's okay. The whole strip club renting out a strip club. Like, it doesn't matter. I feel like that part doesn't really matter. Because,
that's his money. That's exactly. His money, bro. That's
going to
spend
money, it how you going to spend it. I feel like the main thing is just where does the gun situation. I feel that's where the whole issue comes. Apart from that, I feel, let's say if the gun wasn't involved, I feel nobody would really care. So some people will probably be like, oh, this man out here buying a whole strip club. But it doesn't matter. It's his own money. He's going to spend it how he's going to spend it.
Right. Indeed. Well, moving forward, going to the music scene. Eladio Carrion is a Puerto Rican hip hop artist. Eladio Carrion just dropped his, I don't know if it's a follow-up album so he had a previous album, Sendo Cabrón, and he dropped now Tremendo Cabrón, which is like a follow-up to his previous album. I guess the sequel. He had a ton of features of American artists on there, which I was very impressed with. The likes of Lil Wayne, Future, Quavo, Fabio Foreign, Rich the Kid, 50 Cent, Little TJ, and then obviously in the Spanish Latin America genre, he had Bad Bunny, which I'm going to touch on later. He had Mike Towers and Ñengo Flow and a couple more artists. But wow, man, he have some heavy hitters on this album. Yeah, man.
That's a star-studded roster right there, man.
50 Cent, bro, Lil Wayne, getting them to come out of retirement, you know what I'm saying, and to get on the songs. And I liked it because the one with Lil Wayne it's like classic Lil Wayne flow. Nothing switched up. And 50 Cent one is classic 50 Cent. So, and what I did like about this is that Eladio, he adapted his flow to theirs. So it's something that was very unique to see. Like the 50 Cent one, his voice got deeper and slower, like to match 50 Cent. And with Lil Wayne, it was the same pace as well. So I was really impressed with that. And then the one with Future was a hit. That was the first one he dropped before he dropped the album. It was Mbappe remix.
That's a good song, man.
And good song. And then like I said, Quavo and Fabio, Little TJ. But Bad Bunny though, man. Bad Bunny. He did a song with Bad Bunny. Then I feel like we're a Bad Bunny podcast now. Wow.
We got to change the intro. Welcome to Bad Bunny fan news.
Nah, for real, bro. It's just like, damn. But I mean, we try, not that you try to avoid him, but
he's just all over the place, man. He's just all over the place.
All over the place, man. I mean, but Eladio Carrion and Bad Bunny have always, been known for having a good combination.
Right.
One of the first songs that they did together, was Kemba Walker.
That was
where basically Bad Bunny introduced the world to Eladio Carrion with this song. That was a banger. But now, basically, I don't know who owned that song, but basically, Bad Bunny's giving the helping hand now to Eladio on his album, or basically doing him a favor and showing him love and coming on his album. And they dropped a song called Coco Chanel. Different song is like a beachy vibe. But in this song, Bad Bunny. In this song, Bad Bunny does a diss.
Yeah, he throws some jabs in there, man.
Bad Bunny disses Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns. Why would Bad Bunny diss Devin Booker.
Well,
That's something you may think, right?
we spoke about it in episode, I believe, 24.
Right. So, yeah, and Bad Bunny is now dating. Well, at the time it was reportedly like it was a rumor or whatever, but he's dating Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner is, Devin Booker's ex. What does Bad Bunny say to Devin Booker? He says the following. Pero el sol de PR calienta más que el de Phoenix. So basically he's saying the sun in Puerto Rico is hotter than the sun in Phoenix. And Devin Booker's in Phoenix and Bad Bunny's from Puerto Rico. So it's like he's not directly mentioning Devin Booker, but he's throwing him.
It's like a sneak diss, man.
A sneak diss. And it's funny because Devin Booker then replies to this, and he says he worried about another man again.
With all caps.
So saying
with
Bad
all
Bunny's,
the caps in the man.
Yeah. So it's something, man. This is something that I feel like is very interesting. You don't know Bad Bunny to be a person to be dissing others.
No, that's true.
But and seeing this, it definitely was something that was alarming, and I was like, "Whoa, this is interesting, man." Bad Bunny throwing jabs to Devin Booker, man. What do you think about this, man?
Man, I was actually getting ready to bring that up. Funny that you say it. But man, I don't know, man. Like, it's not something in his nature to throw jabs.
Hold up. Right. Hold on, real quick. So the actual translation, sorry, I just came up. He said the sun is hotter in Puerto Rico than it is in Phoenix, and she knows it.
And she knows it, yeah.
So that's more clear. So, pero el sol de PR calienta más que el de Phoenix y ella lo sabe. Damn. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, I don't. He didn't mention any names. I mean, but then again, he couldn't mention a different city and all that. From where I'm seeing it, it's like maybe Kendall said something to him, and that kind of like led one thing to another. So he's like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna put him on blast. That's what it could be, or maybe they've been. What I'm assuming is, I feel like they've been beefing on the down low without everybody knowing, and then Bad Bunny just decided to take it public. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but this has been, Kendall and Bad Bunny are recent, though, so it's not like it could be...
Well, that we know of, though,
that
we know of.
No, because it hasn't been too long ago that he has broke up with his former girl.
That's true. But the way I'm seeing, what I'm trying to say is like they've probably been beefing like on the low, but nobody knew. And then he drops the sun. But then again, you can look at it from the other perspective. Bad Bunny probably wrote those lyrics like a while ago. And the song is just not releasing, and then it just happens that Devin Booker's in the Phoenix.
He's dissing Devin Booker. There's no other way, no sugarcoat.
I mean, but you never know.
That is for Devin Booker. No, that is for Devin Booker. Bro.
But yeah, it makes sense that it is. Yeah, but I mean,
yeah. And so who do you guys got in a 1v1? Who you guys taking? Bad Bunny or Devin Booker? I'm not talking about lyrical. I'm not talking about basketball, with the hands. Devin Booker's a big guy, man. They could play one-on-one for Kendall. Devin one-on-one basketball. It don't have to be physical,
just put him in the WWE ring, man. Come on.
Yeah. Devin Booker's 6'5", man.
Yeah, Hato is Bad Bunny's pretty tall, though. I think he's like
5'11".
Oh, nah, never mind. He's my height.
I got Devin Booker, bro. I got Devin Booker dogging him. Yeah, all right, that'd be a bad sight for Bad Bunny.
This is no longer the Bad Bunny News podcast. All right.
Nah, let us know who would you guys take? Let us know who would you guys take in a fight? Who you guys take in a fight? Bad Bunny or Devin Booker? Hey, it's beef now, bro. It's beef. I don't know what will happen if they see themselves in person, man. Hey.
Hey man, I gotta go. I gotta go with Bad Bunny, man.
Bro, Bad Bunny is.
Hey
bro,
man,
Devin
us
Booker's
we gotta
pressing
stick
him
together.
out, bro.
Us Caribbean, Dominican, Puerto Rican skills, we gotta stick together. That's what I'm saying. That's what I go with.
What?
Let us know who y'all got, man. But I think the WE has to come up with something and have them go off on the ring this summer, man. Once the season is over.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Nah, that's really crazy. That whole this, I was like, whoa. And that Eladio, that gave Eladio. That's actually great for Eladio.
Oh yeah, because
it brings a lot of attention to his album.
It could be a media stunt. Who knows?
Facts. But damn, man. I think that's good. I think that's good
It's
there,
good.
bro. That's
good.
That's three good current events that we touched on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's solid enough. Let us know in the comments. Like we said, first of all, who you guys think is gonna take it all in the World Baseball Classic. Let us know how do you feel about the John Morant situation. And also let us know how you feel about Bad Bunny's diss towards Devin Booker, and who you got in the fight or in a one-on-one basketball game. I feel like it'd be more entertaining exhibition boxing match, but Bad Bunny doesn't look like a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why I said
it'd have to be a one-on-one basketball game. But a one-on-one basketball game isn't fair either.
That is
Devin
true.
Booker would cook him.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I say you put him on the WWE ring, man.
Yo, but then again, all right. This is a weird question, controversial question. I mean, obviously, for whatever reason, people would think Bad Bunny's an upgrade over Devin Booker for Kendall Jenner. But then again, if we compare money,
they're right there. I mean, they're right there.
Professional athletes make bread, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, they're both right there. They make right around the at least from what is publicly.
Would you say Bad Bunny's a billionaire?
Billionaire?
Look,
nah.
Devin Booker is making $33 million a year, bro.
Nah, I don't put
Devin Booker's making $33 million a year, bro.
I don't put him making a bill yet. He gotta be like on JC level where he's making moves with different like running companies or investing.
Do you think
companies.
Bad Bunny's making $33 million a year?
Oh, he's probably at least making, I would say, between 30 and 50 mil a year.
Damn.
That's why
as an artist?
As an artist, yeah. Bro, his deal is a 90-20 split where he's taking 90% of the profits. And then everything that he puts out is a banger, man. I guarantee you it's up there.
Got a 4-year, $224 million extension.
I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. I don't think we can compare. I don't think money would be an upgrade. I don't think they could say she's upgrading because of the money, because she has money her damn self.
That's right.
You know what I'm
saying? They're both right there. Like if you compare it to what is public, money wise they're like right there. So it's not like, who knows what it is, man. Maybe popularity.
Ladies, if you're watching this, ladies, on looks, who's the upgrade? Or is Bad Bunny an upgrade over Devin Booker? Let us know. But yeah, man, this is a dope episode. I enjoyed it. Guys, man, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't yet. Please, pretty please. Get us to 1K, please, man. We're almost at 900 subs, guys. I think we're like 60 subs away. Please, guys, get us to 900. And then from 900, if you do the math, that's 100 more. Wow.
Get up to 1K. That way we can drop that merch, man.
Facts.
Collecting dust.
Facts. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for showing love to another episode of the Vibras podcast. We genuinely appreciate all of the love and the support. We're gonna keep giving you guys the content that you guys asked for. Damn, this is episode what? 26. Damn,
26.
Damn, we're almost at 30 episodes. That means the end of season 3 is almost there, man.
It's coming up guys, soon.
It's coming up soon. Continue showing us love. Appreciate the content that we're giving for you guys, and eventually you're gonna see the Vibras podcast in person soon, God willing. Hopefully for season 4. You never know. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button, comment something down below so you can be mentioned on next week's episode. And as always, remember to subscribe and let's vibe.
Peace.
Peace.
Amor y paz. Que Dios me lo cuide.